Hello, welcome back to the channel. This video is a little bit different. I'm actually asking for your help. It's about my own car. I've got I don't know if a lot of people who know me will know the car, but for the people that don't, basically I own this car back in 2011, 2010, something like that. I bought it really cheap. I think I gave 450 quid for it. It's a 4-door MK2 13L, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? I'd have to check the logbook. But basically, I bought it as a bit of fun. I lowered it, welded diff, some 8x13 inch alley cats. Rolled it NATO green, of all things, and painted shark teeth on the side of it. Built a Pinto turbo, proper budget build, but it went well. It looked cool at the time. It was a bit of fun. I think the full build, including buying the car, engine, everything, stood me at about two and a half grand. And for the money, it was a lot of fun. It got magazine featured in retro Ford, cover car and all sorts, which was cool. And I stripped the car down because every time I took it out, with a welded English axle, the standard half shafts, it'd hit a pothole or hit a cat's eye and snap the half shaft. I went through about 8 half shafts in it and I just got sick of it, so I stripped the car down. The idea was to put a different axle on it. I think at the time I was toying with the idea of a Volvo axle, and I also wanted to put a different gearbox in it because it had a standard Type 9, and with the Pinto turbo, it was only a matter of time before it launched it, so I wanted to put a different gearbox in. But anyway, I got made redundant from GS Escorts at the time. Lost interest in the car, stripped it down, sold it off in parts, and then eventually sold the shell, and it went through a couple of owners and then disappeared. And within 6 months of getting rid of it, I regretted it. So I was always on the lookout for it. If it popped up, I wanted to buy it back and maybe do something different with this time. And sure enough, about 9 years later, it popped up, and the guy wanted too much for it. It was just a shell with a boot lid, some doors, a couple of bits and pieces, nothing of any value, but the shell was tired. It had a life, but basically I was buying it back because of the number plate. Everyone knew that car as mine. But what happened was, he wanted too much for it. I wasn't gonna pay for it, so one of my mates bought it instead. And then within a month or so, my mate decided he didn't want it, and the only person that he'd sell it to was me. So he actually sold it to me for, I think it was 800 quid. And then I knew what I wanted to do with it. It was a ratty old 4-door back then. What I wanted to do with it this time was convert it to 2-door, in and out of rear quarters, all that stuff, but make it into a really nice, clean Mexico replica. Now, I know it's never going to be a Mexico. I just love the look of a MK2 Mexico. Not even a standard one. It had to be low and it had to have bigger wheels on it, you know, some 8s or something. And I was thinking with going with the Pinto turbo again, but have it looking like a standard lowered Mexico. Now, that was the plan. Fast forward to now, and I have started the 2-door conversion. Actually, I'm well on with the 2-door conversion. I've now got the inner rear quarters, everything's chopped out. I've got the inner rear quarters all tech screwed into place, the outer rear quarters tech screwed in, all the panels lining up nice. I'm quite happy with the fitting. What I need to do now is pull it all apart again, do some repairs on the low rear corners and stuff like that, weld it all together. And then I've got a 2-door. But the problem then lies with the DVLA, because they don't like what they call substantial body modifications. So if you drill a hole in a body, that costs 5 points. You then change the wheels, that's points. Change the suspension, points. So every modification you do is points. That car will no doubt be, you're only allowed, sorry, I'll go back, you're only allowed 8 points before the DVLA wanna, revoke your logbook and issue a Q plate. So that's part of the reason the build went on hold. Well, the other part was I'm just too busy with everyone else's cars. But yeah, part of the reason It's now sat in the cover. You can't even see it. Yeah, it's just there in the corner, hid away under a cover, feeling sorry for itself. Yeah, that's a big part of why I put it in the corner, because I could put all that time into converting it to a two-door, get it on the road, and then the DVLA will get wind of it for whatever reason and revoke it. The other issue is I also won't be able to send the logbook back to the DVLA to have it changed to a two-door, because I won't even get the logbook back. So then I decided I really like the look of a Zakspeed Group 5 car. Pretty extreme, huge arches, huge splitter on the front, huge rear wing. I don't know why, I just really like them. But the kits have never been obtainable anywhere. No one's got them. The people that have got them don't want to part with them. So it was one of them, can't do it, so I built in Mexico. Now, recently, someone started selling fiberglass body kits on eBay. And they've got the 4 arches. I think I'm not sure about the rear wing. And the front, they've got the front spoiler, but I think the front spoiler's off a Group 2 car, so it's not quite right. But I believe one of the Capri clubs does the Group 5 kit for a Capri, which has the front splitter on, which I've been told with a bit of work could work on an Escort. It's similar. I'm imagining the dimensions are slightly off, but I'm sure with a bit of filler work, a bit of fiberglass work, you can make it work. So there's most of the body kit bar the wing, and I'd really like to do it. And while the DVLA are going to nail me for a Q plate anyway, I might as well go whole hog, Group 5, roll cage, you know, Pinto turbo, bit wild, but I'm on the fence. So what I'm asking of you is, what do you think I should do? Should I do a nice mint Mexico replica with my Pinto turbo in, lowered wheels, maybe a half cage, some bucket seats? You know, it's never going to be a fully trimmed car. I can't afford all the roll tops and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. So I was thinking just half cage, 2 bucket seats, a carpet, you know, fast road car. Or do I go whole hog and Group 5, you know, Group 5 kit, big split rims, full cage, maybe even semi-space frame. I've always really liked the idea of a space framed Escort, you know, even if it's just semi-space framed, the front end. I'm not sure yet. I've not really thought the plan through, but I'm on the fence and I need your opinion. What do you think? I value your opinion. So who better to ask than the people who watch the video? So that's all. I want your input. I want you on board with this build. I'm going to say I'm leaving it up to you guys. If you could comment, let me know which one you want. And because I'm on the fence, I'm quite easy. I like both. Yeah, the Group 5 kit's like £2,000 and it's not even a complete kit, so I'll have to make a rear wing. And then there's the massive wheels and whatnot. But then on the other hand, building a nice mint Mexico replica comes at a cost. So I think they're both, I don't think anyone's cheaper than the other. So yeah, that is all this video is about. It's not about work. It is actually about my own personal Escort that one day I would like to actually build. I'm actually thinking about doing some build videos on that car, maybe doing like one, you know, finishing early one day and doing like an afternoon and an evening on my own car, but make them videos for members only, simply because the money from YouTube could help towards that build, specifically that build. I don't know if people would do that, you know, but it's worth an ask, it's worth a try. Who knows? Anyway, that's all I'm going to put in this video. What I want you to do is comment what you'd like from my own car. It's always going to be 2-door. There's no point trying to convert it back to a 4-door now. I really don't want a 4-door. They're cool, but I've done that. I want a 2-door. It's going to be a 2-door, either a Mexico lookalike, not even decided on colour or anything, but a Mexico lookalike, or full Group 5, wild, side exit, big wheels, you know, that sort of thing. So please comment on which you'd like, Mexico or Group 5. I'll leave it up to you. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.